Hi, John Carini, CEO of I Enterprises and CRM and Startup Guy here, bringing you another video that we hope helps you with your own business. This video will cover how to build your product on the cheap. So let's first assume that you don't have tons of money to hire a huge staff. Maybe you're bootstrapping the business or you want to build the product on the cheap. I'll focus mostly on building a software product, but a lot of this can apply to other types of products as well. So the most obvious way is to just build it yourself. But you're probably already very busy and maybe you lack the skills to complete the project. That's what I did. I built my first CRM product myself in the basement. And I kept my day job until we were making enough money to quit. Another approach is to find a co-founder or someone else who will work for equity. This is a good approach, especially if you lack the basic expertise to build or manage the product development, but that will require that you give up equity. That's very costly in the long run. So one more option is to look offshore. There's several options within that, but before you do anything, make sure you have your legal ducks in a row. And that means getting an NDA and an invention assignment done by an attorney so that everything is buttoned up before you hire this resource. So make sure you try out the resource before you commit to them completely. Give them small tasks at first, see how that goes, and then build from there. Once you feel comfortable, it's probably actually good to commit to a long-term relationship, but definitely try them out first. So make sure you also get the source code for anything that's delivered by your resource on a regular basis, probably daily. And that can be put in GitHub, which is a great and cheap repository for storing source code. Also, make sure everything's documented so that others can understand how to get started if you hire others in the future. Now let's look at the different options for hiring offshore. One option is to hire an independent contractor. An easy way to find an independent contractor is to look on online sites like Upwork and Fiverr. Look for specific knowledge that relates to your product, then hire them on an hourly basis at first. Another option is to hire an outsourcing company to do the whole job. You can just Google to find outsourcing companies. These are companies that specialize in outsourcing all of product development typically. Sometimes they'll even have an onshore component to their services, which is handy. This is a good way to do it, but companies like this typically charge 2 or 3 times the actual employee's salary, and they often lock you in for the long term by withholding information or other items. So be really careful with this. Yet another option is to hire people directly. Now, I don't recommend that you formally start a company in the target country until you're much bigger because of the regulatory and taxation issues you'll encounter. But another way to hire directly is to work with a human resources company. They can hire your employees for a small upcharge, usually just a few % of the salary. Then they handle all of the tax and regulatory issues for you. It's a great way to go if you have a specific employee in mind. Perhaps you found the employee on Upwork and now you want to commit to that employee. You can hire them in this fashion. And once you have that first employee hired, it's very easy then to expand from there and have that employee find others to hire for you and work through this outsourcing HR, human resources company. Anyway, that's a great way to go. I hope you found this helpful. I can give you recommendations on HR outsourcing company as well as legal if you like. And I'd also love to hear what you think about this video. Please comment and let me know. Thank you.